What is going on, Sockjar? Welcome back to yet another video. Now, if you have seen the Zoe release in the last day or two, there's a good chance that there's two things that have happened. You've either seen Zoe quite a lot in most of your games, or you've not seen her at all because she's going to be banned a lot because people don't trust her to have the enemy team or their own team play it. And I've kind of got to agree with that. The amount of Zoes that I've seen in my games, they've mostly been on the enemy team. But for the most part, they've kind of done not very well. It seems that Zoe is, whilst I said earlier in a previous video, she's pretty interesting. She's very, very unique. It does appear that it comes with a bit of a skill cap. Like, she's kind of difficult to get a grips with. Considering the fact that she only has literally one damaging ability, people seem to be kind of like, oh, I'm going to all in. I'm going to all in and I'm going to die. And I only have one ability that I'm going to miss. But I figured that since she's got a really decent poke, she can poke from quite a safe distance as well. Maybe she would make an interesting bot lane support, kind of similar in the same vein to maybe like your Zyras, your Brands, but with a little bit extra range. So we're going to be trying that out today. As you saw in the runes before, we're going to be going for Comet and all that kind of stuff just to maximize her damage. Now, the interesting part about this, with this bot lane, is that I really honestly think there is really high potential for setups in the bot lane. Now we're running with Tristana today. Our ADC has picked Tristana. However, there is some really interesting stuff that you could potentially chain this with. So of course you've got your Sleepy Bubble Trouble. What's it called? Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Sorry, Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Blech, I can't even say it. Got your Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Oh, I literally hit 1Q and it did so much damage. You got your Sleepy Trouble Bubble. You could very easily chain that with a champion that has a very high time to set up, or can chain it with something that takes a lot of time to set up. So, for instance, imagine hitting the Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto like the ADC, and then you go hard onto the... Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, okay. Maybe you can set up like an Ash Arrow or something really heavily poke oriented with... Oh, whoops. Something really heavily poke orientated with that support. So like you could sleep them, and then whilst they're slept, you can hit them with like a mega, a really big Ash Arrow, or even like Jin ulti or Jin W or something like that. Something really strong that like you wouldn't anticipate. Or even like Xayah's ulti, you could get a really free setup on that as well. Stuff like that, man. It's a really interesting concept, and it's something that I'm wanting to possibly explore today. Now, obviously, if we can sleep somebody here, and Tristana wants to go all in, she can very much do that fairly easily. Oh my goodness. I could have ignited there, actually. But that was... So yeah, we're actually getting really good poke off so far. We're against Taric and against Vayne. But they're having a little bit of a struggle, to be honest. Like, even the minions, they aren't really helping much matters there. We're getting decent damage off for the most part. There we go. We got the double kill. We got the double kill on bot side. I swear, this actually might be a thing that works. I mean, as well as that, there's the potential for you to get stuff on bot side, like redemptions. You could easily get that kind of pick off of a minion as well. Like, there's pretty heavy potential of stuff you could get bot side that would really help the lane out. You obviously don't have too much in the way of utility apart from your Drowsy, but it's definitely interesting to see like what you can pull out of the hat with this. So we're 2-0 bot lane so far. We have been like pretty heavily dominating the lane. Vayne is like half CS. We get first tower at 5 minutes as well, which is interesting. Right, so we got ourselves a Frostfang, and we got ourselves a Sight Stone, so that should be good enough. I guess we kind of want to go for like a mix of a Morgana build, where we want to get as much as quite a decent amount of AP, but we also want to try and be at least in some way supporty, which might be hard, because I don't really know all that. This is like one of the first times I played Zoe, so... We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you actually do try this out, I'd be interested for you to let me know what ADCs it works with and what it doesn't work with. Because I feel like this actually has the potential to be a really nice pokey bot lane. And I mean, so far so good. I mean, so far so good, definitely. But I don't know, like, there's so many ADCs that you could potentially work with. Even kill lanes or something like that. Something you wouldn't anticipate, like, I don't know, like Sion or something. You Drowsy somebody, and then Sion comes through with the Q and sets it up a day in advance, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. That sounds pretty tilting to me, to be fair. That is, that seems to be one of the issues. She basically has zero peel for her team, apart from the trouble bubble, which is kind of difficult to, it's got quite a long cooldown, so it's kind of not the easiest thing to get off in the world. That is one very major pitfall that she seems to suffer. Also, her Qs are kind of easy to kite, I guess, if you're really trying. If you're really trying to dodge something from her, she will dodge you. The damage though, god darn. Okay, I'm gonna flash this. Oh, kill her! I'm alive! Holy moly, okay. Alright, so far so good. I'm 0-0-5. That is not half shabby. I didn't expect to be doing like, I guess like Vayne kind of struggles early game anyway, but I mean early game I hit 2 Qs and it was like you're half health now. So I like it. I do like it. Maybe not the strongest support in the world, but it's certainly something a little bit different. And I actually said yesterday on my video that I was actually going to start the AZ Metamancer, but I couldn't not give this a try. I could not give this a try. With the new champion, man, you got to try something different. You got to try something new. Just for the sake of it, you know? No, I couldn't Zhonya'S. I was pressing the stopwatch. We got the double though. No. I was spamming stopwatch, but I was stunned by Tarek, dude. I guess I can't complain, because we did get the double anyway. We played that pretty well, I'd say. If I managed to get the stopwatch like I was trying to do, then that would have just been like, that would have been just a kill. That would have been, I wouldn't have died. We would have been fine. But still, man. Nevertheless, like, sometimes, you know, sometimes the support just kind of has to die. That's just the way it is. That is the way it is sometimes. I think we get another pick here. Bot side, he has no passive. However, we are tanking that tower pretty heavily, so I'm going to head down. So we got ourselves for Frost Queen's Claim. There's probably not a whole lot, like, else I'd suggest going for. I don't really know, to be honest. This actually could be a really good, Zoe, wait, that's bizarre, because Zoe could be really good for warding over walls. Like, warding long distances without risking too much. Seems like an interesting thing that she could potentially do. Alright, so we're back at it, game 2. Game 1 we ended up losing because, but still, we're going to head it up again. We didn't really get to show off much of the laning phase because we took tower at 5 minutes, so we're going to try and not do that this time. We're going to try and not do that, but we'll still do our best to see what we can get happening bot lane. What are we against? Alright, we're against Bard and Tristana as well. They're going pretty hard on this, actually. We're doing a lot of damage with these Qs. Kind of an unfortunate engage, but it was Bard that got first blood, so it's not the end of the world. I'm coming into lane with like no mana though, which is like the main concern, which is a little bit unfortunate, but still, we should be okay. We can abuse Manifold Band to just get some like some stuff out of this. Do a little bit of damage here and there while we're at it. Holy Christ, that was a lot of damage. Oh, I tried to predict it. Didn't work. There isn't a whole lot I can do here to save a Warwick that overcommits. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boys. Here we go, we get another pick here. Oh, this is like a weird, intense fight right now. Hold up. I've got no mana though. This is unfortunate. There's so many summoner spells. There we go. We finally got it. God, that took forever. Oh, I didn't mean to stopwatch. Why did I? Oh, okay. I wanted to actually Gunblade, but I forgot the Gunblade's on W, not on 1. Okay. So I use my stopwatch. Welp. There you go. Oh, Jesus, man. Even with like a regular range Q. Oh my sweet God. Okay, I missed that completely. I think I should be able to get out, to be honest. I'm trying to bait this with barrier, but oh, nailed her, dude. Alright, so we're getting Byron, but he wants to solo it. He doesn't want us to have anything to do with that, so that's fine. We'll let him deal with that. I guess I'll ward up, make sure he doesn't get like caught off guard here or something. I'm not really sure. What? I can still direct it? You can still direct Q when you're in your Zhonya'S? Sorry, what? Hold on 1 second here. You can direct your star even if you're in Zhonya'S. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Alright, so let's test this out, right? So we drop the Q, we Zhonya'S, and then we can redirect it. That is... interesting. A little bit questionable, maybe? I don't think that should be a thing that should happen. Could that... I mean, that could... I mean, you're doing damage when you're invulnerable. That seems a bit unfair. Like, I don't know. I don't think any other champion can do something like that whilst that is a thing that happens. Like, what? Okay. Right, we did a lot of damage here. Warwick just kind of went deep, but it worked. We can maybe get this tower. Oh, I missed. I always miss the E's, man. They're like deceptively like thin. Like, look at the thinness of that. That is like deceptively thin. It looks way bigger than it is, but yeah. However, we've got 4K, so get yourself a Wind's Echo or something like that. I mean, what could we go? We go maybe like... Actually, I don't have a clue. Maybe pull up some summoners so I can actually catch up here. Just a little summoner, please. Okay. What is this damage? What is this damage? I'm support. What is this damage? I guess we can finish this game up. 10-7-14. Considering, like, let's say, what, the second time I played Zoe. Not, like, actually all that shabby, to be honest. Okay. Oh, I didn't kill him, no! Well, we learned something interesting about Zoe, in that you can actually change her star direction even if you're Zhonya'S or anything like that, or if you get barred out or something. That might not be intended, but still, that was a good game. That was halfway decent. I'll give it to Tristana for that one, for being my lane partner throughout all of that. Thank you guys very much for watching this video, though. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to drop a like. If you've made it this far through this video, it's probably quite long, then why are you not subscribed? You might as well subscribe to the channel, join the sock drawer. As for that, guys, okay, I think we actually will be starting A to Z Metamancer tomorrow, so look forward to that. But yeah, take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.